Okay, Lisa, I have not seen you in a couple of weeks.
Right.
Sorry, I want to make sure I get this. Can you see me on that?
Yep.
So I haven't seen you a couple weeks,
Yep.
and we talked again about, last time we talked about, first of all, starting another round. You could, if you wanted to, you could actually start in Gorge this weekend for the loading and start another round.
Right.
However, I want to make sure that you feel like you're ready, not physically. Obviously, physically, you should feel hormonally stable.
Yeah. Hormonally, I feel fine. I mean, there's nothing hormonal that I'm...
You shouldn't feel like you're on the verge of gaining.
No.
Got it. So the decision to do another round needs to come from an emotional perspective. Like you're gauging on your emotional stability and how's the foundation and is it a stable ground yet?
Right. And I don't think it is. Because even like all this last week, I've just thought about it's like, okay, so next week I'm going to start. And then I thought, I don't know that I'm ready to start. I just like...
Did the thought of starting this soon make you want to eat more?
Yes.
You are so not ready yet. We don't want that because what you're doing is you're thinking, well, I should need to get it. It's the impending famine type of...
Yeah. And I'm just like...
There's still some work to be done.
Yeah, it's like going, what is this? And why do I feel like I'm like shoving food in my... And not like I'm eating a ton. Like I don't eat anywhere like I used to eat. Okay, yeah. I just don't.
Yeah.
But there's still like, even when I'm eating a meal, I'm like going, see, I can still I'm like going, yeah, I know that I'm full and I'm going to finish this anyway because
I have that feeling.
And I know next week I'm going to start this and I'm not going to be able to eat.
Okay, well here's the deal. We are not going to start until you're over that shit.
Okay. Because it literally, over the weekend, I'm like going, I'm freaking myself out about this.
Oh my God, there's no pressure.
Yeah, but I was totally doing that to myself. I'm like going, okay, and I thought, if I start, I'll cheat.
No, and you can tell.
Yeah.
I know, because your perspective is feeling like, okay, there's going to be deprivation.
Yes. And I
have to hoard my food.
Yes, and I'm so like, okay, wait a minute. There was so much freedom in the fact that I became like, it was like, aha, okay, there's always food.
Always,
like, ta-da. And I don't have to eat it all at one time in one sitting. It's like, oh. Really, that's a
big
huge deal for me. But yet there's still like some sort of hoarding thing that's still there.
Well, it's mimicking a diet.
Oh, see, I can get that because there's still stuff where I've been very careful not to like watch or listen to diet stuff because I'm like going, okay. It confuses me for one thing.
Oh, totally.
I start like listening to it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
It doesn't work. You've already done it.
It's like, no.
I know. It's true.
And so, but I do get like, even this morning, I'm watching the Today Show, and they have Bob Harper on there from The Biggest Loser, and he's talking about what to eat and how to eat it, and I was like.
You understand that you actually are a better expert than he is with your body.
Right. Okay. With my body.
That's exactly. So how does he know what you should eat, when you should eat? It's it's an ego based on the idea that we can control your body based on our substandard intelligence.
Yeah. Because I was just like, come on, okay, well see now, he knows, and then I'm like, oh. Stop listening to this stuff.
Yeah, well, and it's easy to get stuck back into it when you feel that you're ready to lose the fat.
Yes.
And that's the part that you have to get over.
Yeah, I know. It's very hard, though. That's like something that's been pounded into my head for 50 years.
Well, that you have to go through famine to get there.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the opposite of what I'm trying to teach you.
Right.
Well, what it is what is the definition of famine?
Yes.
What is that definition? I think you need to really think about that.
Okay.
Because your feelings are based on a definition of deprivation.
Yes. Like stuff will be taken away from me.
You are being deprived.
Yes.
Punished and deprived.
Exactly.
And living less than, and it's unfair.
Right. And that's what it feels like.
I know.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize how big that is.
You know what I'm going to suggest? You and I, we have 4 more sessions, including today. Okay. So I went back and I looked at everything. So after today, we have 3 more sessions.
Okay.
I honestly believe that if you continue to ration food, what the hell you want to eat, that you will continue to lose fat.
Sure.
Without trying. So maybe what we do today is do some measurements. I don't want you to think diet, and I don't want you to think to enforce it. What I'm basically going to say is, Lisa, let's actually do this as a challenge. I do get message from a lot of people who are not emotionally stable enough to do the protocol.
Yeah.
But they want to do this hunger scale, and they know they need to lose this fat. It's like, this is not an argument, Lisa. I get it.
Right. See,
you do need to lose the fat that you have.
Right. Right. There's nothing about the fat I need to have.
Correct. So I'm not saying let's keep it.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is there's a way that we can use your body to fix itself without the HCG. And I think this would be really good for some people to see.
Oh, okay.
Because I do think that if you can focus in on the rationing, the hunger scale has gray. Right. When you're not on the HCG protocol.
Right.
There's gray to it. There's a lot of people who live in the gray and they maintain so easily.
Right.
And you may be living in that gray, and it's so great.
Yeah.
Because you're not going on these huge pendulum swings of excessive binging and then excessive undereating, which goes right back and feeds into the all or nothing.
Right. Right.
Well, if we just harness in your assessment of hunger so that, as if you're on protocol. But with whatever you want to eat. Remember the practice weeks I talked about? Let's do that and see what happens.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah.
That's
because you're not going to be restricting from the choice.
Right.
You're not going to be, because you can eat anything you want.
Okay.
You're just to listen to your body and focus in on the 3.5, 5.5.
Okay.
With kind of on the inside of the gray rather than the middle of the gray.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
That I think would work. I really do, because I think getting on the protocol would just screw that up.
Yeah,
right now.
Correct. It's just we have to have the right. Yeah. You'll know when you're ready. You will, because you'll be like, all right, let's get over with this shit.
Right.
I'm doing great. I feel great. Let's just put this on a pedestal. Boom, get it over, and we're done.
Right.
That's what it'll feel like.
Yeah.
Too.
And I don't feel that way. I don't.
Then it isn't. Yeah. Then this is not a good time to start it.
I wanted it to be that, though. I mean, like all week I was just like, I'm trying to talk myself into it, and I was like, why am I trying to talk myself into something I'm not ready for?
Well, because it's not organic. This needs to be organic. That's the only way this is going to work. Wouldn't you agree? Up to this point, we've pretty much been organic with your process.
Oh my gosh.
Well, why would you start putting it into?
There's stuff through the last 3 months that I'm like, okay. It's like just a big breath of fresh air in the whole.
Yeah, we need you to live here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And to really get confident with it too, because you're just now getting into it and just now getting confidence. And I think you need to live in it for a little bit and trust that your body will naturally heal itself.
Okay.
A good example of this would be like, again, a cataclysm. There's no access to food except for what you have in your home.
Right.
After you went to the store and got a bunch of like Twinkies and not that that's what you want, but, you just stocked your house full of food you love, and now you got to ration it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've got candy, you've got pastries, you've got fruits and vegetables and some meats, and you would not be eating. No, you would immediately start rationing those foods.
Right.
That's all we're gonna do.
Okay.
You want sushi? You go get sushi. You ration it.
Okay.
It's a matter of not a bite more than it takes, because you can have it again later when you're hungry.
Right.
So.
Which that totally, like, I get that part. Like, I was like, I love that part. And then, but like the last week, and I was just like, yeah, but I'm going to have to go back on that, and I'm going to starve. And I haven't starved yet. Okay? Like, I'm like going, what?
I'm so glad that you just said that.
I know. I'm like going, where the heck is that coming from?
From a diet.
I'm never starving.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Lisa. Let's connect the dots to that sense and feeling that you have.
Yeah.
Because there is sense to it. How many diets have you done where you felt deprived,
God.
physically and emotionally? How many?
All of them.
Hello.
Every single.
What would make you think that when you're thinking, I'm going to go on a diet? That's the problem. You perceived it as a diet, and that reaction to crap.
Yeah.
I've got to get wasted before I check into rehab type of mentality.
Right.
And it just takes a second to go, hold on.
Yeah.
That's just a sign you really need to live in this new place for longer. And maybe check in mentally every week with, how am I doing now? How am I feeling now? What would it be like now? Put yourself, and that's what you were doing. What we start to do is you start to think about what it's going to be like, and you can sense that you're not stable. You're not ready to just let go food quite yet.
Right.
Because you're getting those impulses in the brain that say famine, deprivation, and boo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, like go take some food and go hide it where you always have hid it. And it's okay.
I know.
What?
We are so funny as humans.
I know. I'm just like going, what the heck?
And do not think that you are crazy, because you're not. You're normal.
No, seriously though, I'm like going, I am a crazy person when it comes to this.
No, you're normal. This is normal. Diet disordered. And how many people in our culture are diet disordered?
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it's a horrible like way to live.
Because it's so irrational.
Yeah.
Because rationally you're thinking, I already know this. Intelligently,
yes.
Emotionally, this is not making sense. However, my brain is wiring to something irrational.
My brain's like going, no, you really need to go in the kitchen.
Need to go.
It's like, oh my gosh.
I wish I could videotape that face.
It's like just eat the rest of it, because next week you won't be able to eat any of it. Eat it.
Okay, so the good news is that we're not going to start, honestly. Okay. You're the one this is your process.
Okay.
This is not mine. I'm here to say, hey, you've done the minimum you could if you wanted to.
Sure.
So right now it's like, we're not ready. You're the one that's deciding this.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought, seriously, I like put a lot of thought into it. Just a lot of thought and a lot of like, where am I emotionally? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'd eat.
With that mentality.
Yes.
Totally. Well, let's see if we can get the mentality to dissolve.
Okay.
Because unless that mentality dissolves, you are always going to have that famine and deprivation response.
Okay.
Don't you agree? I mean, we have to really get rid of the idea that, it's the limitation in choice that you might now be struggling with. Yeah. So...
Well, I've been eating pretty much anything I've wanted to eat. I mean, it's not, I'm not saying no to bread or anything like that. I don't eat it a lot. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, it doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
There's food that just doesn't interest me.
Well, you'd much rather have cheese or I get it. There's more flavor, there's more delight, texture.
Right. Something that, I'm like going, well, I would like it to taste good. That would be a bonus. Mm-hmm. And there's just stuff that on a diet I ate because I was on a diet.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but it tastes like crap, so why would I eat that?
Well, and waste your money and your time and your effort.
When I can have something I really like and then stay within that hunger scale, and it's just like, oh yeah, I remember how to do that.
Let's just get right back on the track.
Okay.
But I get why your reaction was the way you were, because it was based on, and at this point, if it truly is just about losing the fat, it is going to feel like a diet, because that's why you do diets, to lose fat.
Right.
And so...
Well, I went through... Oh, you're gonna laugh. This was hysterical. I did this yesterday. What's today? Tuesday? No, I did it yesterday. I went home and I had done something after work, and then I got home and I was like, okay, well, I'm hungry now, so I made something to eat. And then I realized that, and I had these like packets of M&Ms. Okay, I don't even
miniatures.
Yeah, and I don't really like M&Ms. All that they're not
your chocolate of choice.
No, I'd never pick that up and just eat M&Ms. Mm-hmm. But yesterday I was like going, oh, but see, I'm going on that diet. I better eat those. So I cut them all open and poured them in a bowl. And when I was sitting watching television, then I ate them. And I was like, I didn't eat them all, but I was like, what the hell is this? That I thought I had to do that. Now, mind you, there's still peanut M&Ms still in the bowl.
Well, the peanut M&Ms are way better.
Well, see,
you're going to choose.
I don't like them. I don't like either one of them, so I don't know why I'm even doing that.
It's impending famine.
Yeah, I was like, why am I sitting here eating these M&Ms I don't even like?
I know, and then you probably had hot flashes.
Yeah, I was hot last night.
Yep.
When I woke up like twice, and I'm like, wow, I'm really hot.
I wonder what that linked
and I
to.
It didn't link in overnight. I was like, oh yeah, because I ate that freaking sugar.
I know.
And it was not even good tasting.
I know. It's like you wasted your hormones.
Yes.
And you got hot flashes too. It's just a waste.
I wasted my hormones.
If you're gonna eat dysfunctionally, at least make it delicious.
I know. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that with them.
Dysfunctional eating.
With them
I'm just kidding.
Disgusting M&Ms.
Well, I think that's something to really think about. I mean, we have to get through. We need a breakthrough with this one.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, and you need to know that I have worked with people who've never done this protocol through this method.
Oh,
and it still works.
Sure.
The HCG protocol basically is like concentrating it.
Right.
It's like putting it under a microscope and looking at things finitely. You don't have to have the protocol to do that.
Right.
It just speeds it up.
Right.
And that's kind of what happened.
Correct.
We sped up the process for learning hunger, learning when hunger goes away. I mean, that was an intense part of that.
Very much so.
And then some of the stuff that sped up too is you were capable of using it on a vacation.
Absolutely.
That you kind of need to go back to that feeling you had on that vacation where you had all access, there was no limitation, there was no deprivation, and you by choice ate less.
Yes. I totally by choice ate less.
No deprivation, no sensation. That is what we want you to experience 24/7.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Lisa, here is your new diet. You can eat anything you want.
Wow.
No restraint. There is no moralization. That's the other thing. You picked food that you didn't like, but was deemed bad.
Right.
You can't have those. They're bad on the diet. And you ate them, even if you didn't like them. There is no bad food.
Gotcha.
We're going to take all moral judgment of food, and it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So you're not to have any guilt. Okay. You are not to have... You can eat anytime you want, anything you want. I don't care what it is.
Sure.
However, you are to ration it.
Okay.
Meaning, you wake up, you have your coffee. You wait until you're hungry to have that donut.
Yep.
And it may only take 2 bites of that donut. Who cares?
And then I'm done.
You got the donut. Then, for lunch, you're going to go get that fried chicken you want. But it may only take 2 bites. So, ration it.
Okay.
But, you know what? You can have anything you want. So there's never deprivation in choice.
Okay.
I'd like to see how this works for you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because that
is essentially the mind-body method.
Yeah. And the whole thing, especially in the morning, I do this I was like going, this is so naturally me. Get up, the dog goes out, I feed the dog, I get my coffee, I sit down and, watch the dog eat, which is really thrilling. But and I talk to the dog.
Does the dog eat and then come into in front of you and go back to the bowl?
No, she chows what she has because that's the only time she eats.
Yeah.
She chows it and then she licks the plate because she's like, I'm getting every freaking bite of this. And I talk to her and whatnot, and then, and I'm not joking, I am not hungry. I'm not hungry in the morning. There's a lot of times where I can go until noon. And I'm like, oh, it's lunchtime. I'm getting kind of hungry now. And not because it's lunchtime, just because I look at the clock and I'm like, oh, like it's noon or whatever. There has been, like this morning though, like 8:30, I'm like, shit, I'm freaking starving. I was like, oh, get something to eat. So I had something to eat.
You know what? I have a feeling that had a lot to do with
the sugar.
Absolutely.
The sugar?
But you're not to compensate. You're to listen to your body.
Yes,
no matter what.
And when I went, because normally I would have ignored that and just went to work.
Yeah, because you now have to eat less because you messed up yesterday. Yes. That is diet disordered.
And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to eat because I'm hungry right now. And so I did. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Okay, so I've got like one part kind of down. Like I'm like, all right, let's just continue that into the rest of the day.
This is really exciting. Honestly, I feel like this is like a rainbow. We are going to call this the rainbow method. You are to eat when you are hungry, like you've been, and you are to eat. So every time you get hungry, and the first thing, obviously the foundation has been laid. You know what it feels like. So when you are legitimately hungry, you are to ask yourself, what am I craving?
Yeah.
So now you're going to have a conversation with the palate.
Oh,
you're going to look at,
what do I really want to
taste? Do I, is it something at the store? Do I need to go to the store? Is it at a restaurant? And you are to get it.
Oh.
Yes. This is very shiny and bright.
Yes.
And exciting.
Wow, this will be very strange.
And and maybe it's an apple. Who knows?
Sure.
I'm gonna have you log it. I'm gonna go photocopy a bunch of those logs. I just want to see it.
Okay. All right. Well, I have the book so I've got logs pages I didn't use.
Okay, perfect.
So I'll log it.
Okay. And then I just want to see, what are you craving?
Yeah.
And then by actually giving that to yourself.
To me.
Within 3.5 and 5.5.
Yep.
I want to see how your cravings change a little bit, because maybe some of your decisions to eat, well, I know this based on the diet mentality, your decisions to eat had nothing to do with cravings. They had to do with ideals of what's bad and what's good.
Correct.
So if we take out that, I have a feeling that we're going to kind of cut that response out over a very short period of time.
That'll be very interesting.
Let's try it and see if it works.
Okay, I can do that. All right.
I'm freaking excited.
Yeah, that should be really interesting.
Well, just so that you know, this is how I eat. I am engaged with my body every time. Now, there are times where I don't have convenience and I have to drink one of those stupid protein shakes or something I don't really want. However, for the most part, if I have the option of getting what I want, I'm constantly thinking, what do I want? Is it salty? Is it creamy? Is it fatty? Is it protein? Do I need a fruit? Do I need citrus? I'm constantly engaged with my cravings. Do I need chocolate? Is it bitter? Sometimes I just need a little bit of chocolate.
Wow. See, I don't, because of the diet mentality that I know I still have that going on, that I do look at it, it's like, regardless of whatever I'm craving, it's, okay, but you need to eat a salad with chicken.
I want you to let that go for a little bit.
Okay.
Just because what's going to happen, I think, as you start allowing yourself anything you want based on your body's cravings, you're going to start finding that it does change. There's times you're like, man, I just need a crispy, like wet and vinegary salad.
Yeah. Well, and that I've had that experience too, where it's just like, oh, I really would like a salad. And normally, because I'm so lame when it comes to making stuff in my house, now I'll go to Ruby Tuesdays. I like their salad bar.
Go to Kowalski's. Yeah. Have you been to their?
No, and there's not one by me. Like there's not a
Lunds, or I mean they've got
Lunds is by me, but I don't know that the Lunds in Bloomington has a. Now I could stop at Byerly's though. I think they have a.
They're gonna have a really good and it's organic, and they have salad bars, and they.
Well, and Whole Foods open, so.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. See, now you've got a little bit more options there. However, you are to listen to cravings. Okay. So if it's not there, I don't care. Go to Jack in the Box. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. What are you craving?
Yep. Well, I did just make lettuce wraps. I mean, I made them. I didn't go get them at Payway. I made them. I found the recipe because I was craving that. I'm like, I need to have lettuce wraps.
Okay, was that not rewarding on many levels?
Oh, Lord. And I had them twice because, I had them, and then later I had them again. And I was like, not in the same day, but I was like, oh, my God, these were so freaking good.
And you'll find that you do go in rounds of foods. Like the Greek yogurt fruit thing for me went for a while. Now it gives me heartburn, and I'm doing this cold therapy. And anyways, but here's something I want to make sure you understand, that people who have been chronically dieting lose touch with their own bodies. Yes. They've done all sorts of research to where they can actually, a person that has an eating disorder specifically is more likely to think that a fake arm is their own arm, doing these different tests, because they've lost total touch with their own awareness of body sense. Yeah. Kinesthetic sense is what it's called. And they teach this in college, but this new research with disordered eating and body image disorders, where you are constantly being told how much to eat, when to eat, you lose touch with the body. And we've got the base layer figured out. We need to get to the next step, which is kind of the third dimension of this hunger scale, which I didn't go into in Weight Loss Apocalypse. It's just, I did not need a 400-page book. Plus, I was so sick and tired of writing at that point. I was like, let's get it done. Anyways, there's a third dimension to this. And this I'm getting a sense is where we need to go. Okay. All right. Which is, now you know hunger. What are you craving? What is the body telling you? What's your palate telling you? Get engaged with that, which is really exciting, because you're not allowed to have guilt or judgment of the food you're craving.
Right. And whatever it is, go get it. Yep. So whatever it is, go get, you got it. If I have to go to the store, go to the store.
Totally. And the
if I have to make my husband go to the store, go to the store.
Yeah. And the whole goal here is to break the diet mentality that you are in famine, because you are not in famine.
Right. And that is totally, it was, I could kind of tell. I was going all last week, I'm like, I have this little panicky thing going on.
It's like you're about to be grounded.
Yeah. And
it feels unfair, and it feels
and I'm like, what punishing. Is that? And then I went, oh, it's because I'm going on the diet next week. And I was like, but it's, and in my head, I'm logically going, it's not a diet,
I'm really excited about this.
So this will be good. How do you feel
about that?
I'm much better now. It's because I'm going, I don't know if I can start, because I just.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want you to start with those feelings. It will backfire.
It was horrible. I was going, oh.
There are too many people on doing this protocol based on weight way sooner than they should. Yeah. And they end up sabotaging and cheating and feeling bad about themselves, feeling like losers, and it's really sad, because it's like, you shouldn't listen to your intuition, and you shouldn't have started until you felt ready.
I don't want to start, and when I started again, it's just like, no, I want to know. I want to know, for me, heart and soul, I'm ready to start.
Yeah, and it will feel like this. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. This isn't a big deal. Fine. Yeah, it's like, it's just 3 to 4 weeks to commit. If I go longer, great. No, that's what it will feel like. It'll be like, just like going to get a pap smear, you gotta do it.
Right, your mammogram. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Right.
Why don't you feel around?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay. Because it's truly, it was not feeling that way. I'm like going, no, it didn't feel that way.
They didn't do that to you?
Wasn't feeling like that.
Totally kidding. Oh, I'm so excited. So let's just get some base measurements. Let's see where you're at.
Let's.
And I want to see you. I think. What do you think? We give it a 2-week period of time?
Probably. Okay. I would say. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sweet.
Yay.